Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lady K Chat Podcast. Your girl Lady K here, and I'm going to tell you more about today's show, which is part 2 of Are You an Empath? So the other day, I was able to clarify with you, are you an empath? Today, I'm actually going to tell you how special your gift is and how to groom your gift. So I will see you today, right now, and drop those nuggets. I'll see you soon.
The following podcast is a Lady K Enterprises production.
Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for all women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be speaked upon, such as relationships, personal development, health and wellness, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a 2-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Kalima, aka Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Are You an Empath and What Does It Mean Part 2. So I'm actually going to pick up where I left off at. I was giving you number 8, and I was telling you that number 8 was when people feel physical illness, and it's to a point where it's extraordinary because your empathic brains is not only mirroring what the other person is experiencing, but it's projecting that the experience physically into your own body. Now, I know that's pretty deep, but it happens to a lot of people. And again, this is why a lot of people do not understand what they're going through, because they don't understand their gift. So a lot of people, to be honest, that are empaths, they usually go into roles like nursing, doctors, healers, elder care. If you can feel everyone's pain, it would not be surprising not wanting to know how to do something about it. And that's how you know when you have that, that love for people, because you understand that you have a place and you just want to help people. So that makes you a healer. Which leads me to number 9. You can become overwhelmed in intimate relationships. Listen, relationships can be challenging for everyone, but imagine how bigger those challenges are for those who can sense every little mood, irritation, a yes, even a lie. And positive emotions can be, become overwhelming as well, as if the relationship may be, engulfed. Okay, so I don't know if that sounds a little bit familiar to you, but the more you experience it once, let me go back. I want to say it's more than that. Once you live together, you share the environment as a hurdle. A cohabitating partner energy is always present for an empath and can almost feel like an intrusion. Empaths view their homes as their sanctuary where they can get away from constant demands on the emotional sense, and partners changes that, okay? Your partner can change how you feel. So listen, so while some empaths choose to remain single for this reason, other learns to adapt. And perhaps by having a room that's their private space, or they can have a partner, who definitely respect their boundaries. I think that's very big for an empath. It's very big. They need their time to themselves. Because think about it. It's like, in order for you to go back into the world and do what you're doing, you have to get charged. So you have to recharge yourself. So you need to have that time to yourself. It's not that they don't love their other significant others and their spouse. It's that, that's just their moment of time, and nothing is wrong with that. If you can learn to adapt to this, then, you can be with an empath, and you as yourself as an empath, you can go ahead and have a successful relationship. Okay? So Now, I want to go to number 10, and I'm sure you probably love this and you probably can agree to this. Number 10, you are a walking lie detector. Let me tell you something. When somebody tries to deceive you, you pick it up. Instantly, your gut instinct is like, yeah, they're lying. But you know what you do? Sometimes it might irritate you, but a lot of times we're able to remain controlled because deep down inside, we're like, yeah, you're lying, and I already know you're lying, but I'm going to keep here and smiling in your face and make you feel like I don't know what you're doing. Have you ever experienced that? I know I did, and I really had to learn how to keep my composure. And that's really what I want to talk about going towards the end, because I was able to share with you the top 10 things that people experience to let you know that you are an empath. But before I do that, I want to give you a bonus. I know last time I mentioned something to you a little about healing, but I want to say this bonus one is that you have a common effect on other people and the power to heal them. It is so true. Just as people seek out empath or advice, they also feel more at peace in an empath present. In fact, let me tell you something. People oftenly, unwittingly seek out their most empathetic friends during difficult times. This is something that you can develop and actually heal people in the sense of helping them work through their past serious emotional baggage and overcome unhealthy patterns. But you can't do that if you hide your sensitivity and your empathy. You have to embrace your gift as you really want to make a difference. And that's the bonus. It's pretty much just you that's tapping into yourself. You are accepting of it. And because now that you're accepting of it, you can learn how to manage it. And remember, I told you in the beginning, I'm going to tell you how you can benefit from it. So remember when I was telling you about, you take on other people's emotions of your own. Once you do something like that, you kind of get a chance to control it. Because even though it's around you and it's thumping and it's loud, you can calm down the noise. Because you got to remember, not only do you feel people energy, people feel your energy. Whatever you give off, you can't get nothing bypass them, because your presence and your energy is just that strong. Okay? Now, I want to share this with you too, right? I think this is imperative as well too. Remember I was telling you about that sometimes you can go into a room or go somewhere and suddenly it's a change in emotion, and sometimes it's overwhelming, right? I want to share an experience that I went through. So I used to drive for Lyft at one point, right? And I had 2 sets of couples that got in my car. And when they got into my car, I immediately felt the energy. I was like, oh my God, who funky energy is that? Because it is disgusting and I can't take it, right? So I'm driving and I'm still remaining calm. So I'm hearing them have their cross conversations. And within 2 minutes, I found out who energy it was. One of the ladies that was in the car, her husband has such a, oh God, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. It was such a negative attitude and nasty, and I can hear the tone in his voice, how he speaks to her. I feel that the respect is gone, and you can hear it all in his tone, and it bothered me so much. I could not wait till they get out of my car. I believe it was a 30-minute ride, and it felt like an hour, and I just could not wait. And here's the kicker part, right? I was doing 2 drops off. So the first drop off was the first couple. They was okay. When they got out, I was still iffy. When they got out my car, it was such a relief. Oh my God. Something else happened to me that night too, but I'm not going to even go into that. But it was just the key thing that I was able to detect and able to compose myself. So I think that is a bonus when you get to that level. And this is why it's a benefit, because those things that I mentioned about the 10 things that I mentioned to you today, at some given point in some time, we all experience that, right? For our empaths, but you don't understand what it is. You don't understand what you're working with. You don't understand the manifestation. So you're kind of irritated. But once you get to that certain stage of your life and you start tackling these things, and then that's when history stop repeating itself, because you now have changed the atmosphere, how to do things. Again, when we go into a crowd, we can feel the energy, but at the same time too, we can also be the energy giver. So that is important to an advanced empath, someone who has control of their gift and they know how to work it, because at the end of the day, you make sure you power off that energy, because you are so powerful. People feel it. They can be on the other side of the room, don't even know what's going on. I'm like, what is that energy? Who is that? And you matter. So I hope this was very insightful today. I thank you for listening. Continue to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Lady K Chat Podcast, and at the website at www.ladykkenterprisesinc.com. And you have a wonderful night, everyone.